So in this vlog, I wanted to talk about my goals for 2023 with the horses, and we have also weaned Estrella now, so there's a little bit about that and a new bit for Elf, who also had a little naughty moment and jumped out of the field this week. Hope you enjoy. So, I had a little think about my 2023 things I want to achieve, and I've written a little list down. So, the first one on there was to join MCI, which I've actually already done because I did my first MCI dressage test in January. We're nearly at the end of January now, but yeah, so I've managed to join MCI. MCI is the Master de Cheval Ibérique, so it's like a kind of French-based dressage league for Iberian horses, which obviously Elf is. So yeah, and it's a lot cheaper to join than BD, and I find the tests are just a bit more interesting for Iberian horses and a bit more suitable for us. The fact that we can choose to do a flying change or a simple change in the level that we're doing is great, because it means I can start off doing my simple changes for now, and then we'll work up to doing flying changes hopefully later in the year. So yeah, so that's my second thing on my list, is to suss flying changes at some point over the course of this year. I also would like to qualify for the nationals at the MCI, so I think you just have to get 2 scores over, I think it's 62 or 63%, so we actually got 60, I think it was 65% in our first test the other day. So I'm really hopeful, you know, we should be able to get another score like that and qualify for the nationals, and hopefully I'll be able to afford to actually go. A third one I wanted to do is, this might be a bit of a reach, I think, but yeah, I'd really like to take Elf to do the Windsor Horse Show Iberian traditional tack class. So that would be wearing his sort of Spanish bridle and in his, you know, traditional tack basically. It's obviously quite busy there, it's quite hectic, so I think we're just going to have to see in a couple of months how we're doing and whether we're going to be up to the standard, and you know, whether he's going to cope with that kind of atmosphere. But I would really like to do that. It will also depend on the judge, because last year his breeder judged, so obviously if he was judging again this year, I can't compete under him. So yeah, so yes, another thing I would really like to do is get some new music together with the help of my friend Amanda Birch, Dressage Music. So I want to do a medium, or Sevilla is the level that we're doing at MCI, so that's kind of comparable to medium in BD. So I want to do a medium level music test so that I can do that at some of the Iberian performance shows, and just have it for fun really. So yeah, that's kind of my main aims with Elf. And so for the other horses, Estrella, she is coming up too, so I really want to be able to get her loading and travelling. So that's on my list of things to do quite early in the year. I want to get her confidently loading, and then I would like to take her to an in-hand show. I have spoken to a friend of mine who is he's a professional horse, sort of he shows them in hand and knows how to do all the Iberian classes. So I have asked him if potentially he would show her for me at one of the Iberian shows down in Exeter. So yeah, possibly I'm going to take her to that, but it's going to depend on the loading. But yeah, that's another thing on my little kind of bucket list for this year. I would like Atia, who is my ex-race horse. She suffers with arthritis, so you know, it's always a bit take things a day at a time with her, but I would really love her and Sophie, who is my friend who shares her, to be able to do their first intro dressage. Sophie has never done a dressage test before, so I would absolutely love to be able to get them out to a local unaffiliated and do their first intro test together. So yeah, that is definitely something that's on the cards. Another thing that we have actually booked is to do a camp. So Sophie and I are going to take Atia and Elf to do a little camping trip, and we have a lesson, and it's got lovely surfaces which will be great for Atia. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's something that was on my list to do this year as well. And then obviously the final thing is just flying changes. That was, you know, I kind of ran through that as part of the MCI tests and what I want to achieve. But yeah, flying changes is definitely my big aim for this year. So let's see if I can do them, get them off the bucket list and tick them off. See how it goes. I just remembered I forgot one of my 2023 kind of bucket list things, to jump him around an unaffiliated show jumping course. I don't even care how big it is, like 30 centimetres, 40 centimetres, 50 centimetres, something like that. But anyway, I've just had a really good jumping lesson with Amber, and he hasn't jumped for ages, and he was so good. He felt really rhythmical and really just was coming into everything on a lovely stride. So yeah, definitely I want to add doing a jumping course somewhere and just getting brave. I haven't done it for years and years, so yeah, this year is the year to do that.
Better? That's better?
These are just a couple of clips of our jumping lesson the other day with Amber.
Sit back on your turn. Good. Quick change. Good.
Shame about the pole downs, but we went round and jumped it the other way and cleared it nicely this time. I'm actually starting to enjoy jumping. Who would have believed it? So today is an exciting day because Atia and her yearling foal, Estrella, she's nearly 2 now. But anyway, I finally got around to weaning them, and they are going to go back in the field together because I just can't bear to see these two up in this small paddock anymore. There's no grass at all because of the frost. It's just kind of mush, and the pony really needs to get on some decent grazing because she's got a bit of an upset stomach again. So I think getting her back out onto the big field where she's got the woodland to graze in as well. She likes eating all the bushes and bits and pieces, so hopefully that will sort her dodgy tum out. And yeah, so we're going to put her back in with Estrella, who's there in the blue rug, while we go riding on Atia and Elf, who's over there. And yeah, so hopefully Lulu and Estrella can get reacquainted while we ride, and then we'll put them all back in together, and hopefully she won't decide to start drinking milk again. And I think her bag is completely dried up anyway now, so I'm pretty hopeful that yeah, there's no bag under there really, is there? So yeah, I'm hopeful that even if she does try, nothing's going to come out and she'll soon give up. Yes, good girl. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, so Lulu's ready. She's had her little tiny breakfast that she has, and Sophie's done a great job of doing the poo picking. So yeah, I'm just going to go and get Lulu now and put her out in the field with well, Estrella, her name is, yeah. Nearly forgot for a second. Dolla's got really annoying about herding the horses at the moment. She's not getting enough walking because of the daylight hours, and my husband's not back from work in time in the evenings to take her out for long. So yeah, she's just being very irritating at the moment, but it's good training for the horses. They're all very dog proof because of her being so annoying, so that's one benefit, I suppose. bottom to the where the better grass is, because it's all a bit grazed down and trampled at the top here. But I expect she's going to be very pleased to be back out after 7 or 8 weeks of incarceration in the top paddocks.
She's gonna roll.
She looks happy. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, so Lulu's actually 23, so she's an old lady these days. Estrella's not remotely interested in having her field buddy back. She probably thinks, oh no, here she comes to bully me off the hay again. Lulu is, between Elf and Lulu, they are kind of like the top in the pecking order. I think Lulu was definitely top of the pecking order until Elf arrived, and then once he settled in, she does kind of defer to him now. So, but yeah, she'll still have a go and she'll push everybody else out of the way and make horrible faces. Oh, hi Lulu, happy to be back. Look, Lulu's got barking at the horses. Very rude. So here is Atia in the stable before getting tacked up to go on our little ride out. So Atia's struggling a little bit today with her arthritis. I've been saving up again since she used all my money on the colic appointments and things to get her joint injection done, but I've also found a new supplement which I've ordered, which is very expensive, but it's apparently absolutely amazing. So I've got that due to come soon. Hopefully it'll be here in the next few days, and we're going to give her a trial on that as well, because I'd really like to see what difference it makes before we do the Arthrimid injection. So yeah, I mean, arthritis, it's always difficult. Some days are better than others. Some days she'll come out and she's almost, perfectly sound. Other times she comes out and she's a little bit footy on that one leg that we know is an issue. And we have very hard hacking around us. It's all gravel tracks or roads for the short hacks, so it's not really ideal. But anyway, we'll see how we go with this new supplement, and I will do a review on it if it works. So we're going to take Atia out to the field. Go in with everybody else. Put you out and then we'll put Elfie out, yeah? Come on then. To do one. Yeah, not looking too lame there. Have you got Mummy back, Strelly? Mummy back with you. She's just like, yes, grass and freedom. It's good you haven't rushed straight over. That's good you haven't rushed straight over to Mummy to pester her, isn't it? See? Yeah, I feel like Estrella's matured quite a lot the last... Well, I mean, obviously she's now weaned. But yeah, I feel like she's just mentally matured a bit. She went through a bit of a bratty phase a couple of weeks ago where she was getting a bit nibbly in the field, and I've really avoided taking any treats into the field to catch Elf because she's just got really annoying about it. Can you smell Elf's hair treatment? Yeah, it smells funny, doesn't it? It does. It smells funny. But yeah, she's really kind of like chilled out a bit more the last couple of weeks, and she was really good for the farrier yesterday, weren't you? You're very mature for your farrier appointment trim. You're a good girl. So yeah, I think it's done them all good to have a bit of a gap, but I know Atia and Lulu are definitely going to love being back in the big field again. So yeah, it's all quite calm at the moment. do it. Go Creasy. So yes, Atia is very interested in the muck heap and smelling who's been here in her absence. And Miss Mature here isn't really that bothered about Mummy being back in with her. Yeah, you're a good girl. So looking back on this, I can see Atia looks quite stiff, especially in her hocks when she's walking here. So yeah, I do think this new supplement I'm trialling has made a difference looking back at this. Right, that's as exciting as it's going to get with the 3 of them, I think. So let's put Elf back in now and see if all they care about is food, I expect. So give me cuddles, cuddles, kisses and cuddles. Wow, there weren't many fireworks. I mean, that's how you want it as a horse owner. Like, I don't really want them careering around like idiots, but yeah. Or maybe I've spoken too soon. Healthy's like, all my women here to harass me. I have noticed Estrella occasionally still trying to look under Elf's rug, so yeah, I'll be surprised if she doesn't have a try with Atia to see if she can get under there, but maybe yeah, I have to just keep an eye on them for a while and just make sure she's not be-feeding. I think you can have, even if you have weaned and the milk has dried up for quite some time, some mares, if the foal stimulates the udder by trying to feed, it can actually bring them back into milk. So that's obviously something I definitely don't want. So, right, let's shut this bit round. Soph and I have just managed to put the cover over, there was kind of like a few layers off this bale, so it's perfect because it's quite hard to get the cover on. So yeah, we managed to stick that on and roll it out, so now they've got feeding areas to share and not fight over. And it's not going to rain apparently for the next week, so it means the hay won't, because that cover's not great if it's really raining, it tends to go a bit mouldy and soggy, but yeah, should be good for this week. So yeah, happy ponies. I checked in on the field cam a bit later just to see that they were all okay, and they were, and Elf had decided to go and play with the boys next door over the fence for a bit. So I went home and checked the chickens, and I'm still really excited when I find eggs.
Nature's hand warmer, very freshly laid. I reckon it's about, I don't know, 30 degrees.
This next bit, Elfie was in trouble for this. Elfie, do you want to tell everybody what you've been up to this morning? Yes, Mummy got a very early phone call from the neighbours to say that a certain somebody was running around in the field next door with the boys next door. So, luckily, he's only got a couple of little cuts on his leg. Tiny little, I think he's fine, thankfully. Just a little one there. But yeah, they're not too bad, so I'm going to clean those off. But basically, where the fence is a little bit saggy, it looks like he's jumped in, which is very athletic of him. So yes, I was very thankful he didn't do himself more damage jumping over the fence like that. But anyway, we went to our lesson at Amber's and decided to try a new bit. I appear to have a skewbald horse today. Elfie's made a right mess of himself before we've left to come. Anyway, I'm going to try a different bit today. He's not very happy in his happy tongue. So, yeah, I'm going to try an egg butt single link, which is what he was in Spain, and just see if it's any better, really. Because it's one of my things on my list of things to do this year is to sort his bitting out, isn't it? Yes. So that's the bummer happy tongue that he's been in. I'm not really quite sure why he doesn't get on with that, but anyway, this is what we're going to put him in, which is pretty similar to, I think, what Philip had him in Spain. I don't particularly like single jointed mouthpieces. I think they're probably quite harsh, but you know, you just got to try these things, and if he likes it more, then if he's more comfortable, then that's what we'll go with. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Won't we, mud monster? So Amber's just having a little sit on him. We always start with Amber warming up while I go and get my boots and hat and stuff on. Not really sure that he's liking that particularly. Still looks quite sort of chompy, and yeah, it's very hard to know. I mean, he had this horrible wolf tooth that was unerupted. He had that removed over a year ago. I don't know how much of this mouthiness is because he's still very sensitive around that gum area where it was fragmented underneath when they took it out and very sore. Or whether he's just like this in his mouth, I don't know. I know PREs are meant to be quite busy. They are busy in the mouth generally anyway, but I would really like to try and suss it because we are losing marks in our dressage because of it. So I'd just like to get him a bit stiller, really. Yeah, so it's not looking too bad in the trot. Amber has obviously got much better hands than I have, so we'll see what happens when I get on. So there was a new pony that was in the field next to the arena, had only just arrived, I think, that day, and it was having the odd hoolie around, which was very good of him to ignore it, really. So he felt quite unsure about the contact initially, but the more we did, the more he actually relaxed into the bit and seemed to be better with it, actually. So I think we're going to stick with this for a while and just see how we go with it.
Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, Elf. Looks as though I became focused. Yeah, it's looking better and better, Bex. Yep.
So yeah, I think we're both quite liking this now that he's had a bit of time to warm up and get used to the different feel of it compared to the happy tongue.
Oh my god, I thought I was going to get deaded then.
It's okay, we wouldn't have run Amber over. So all in all, that seemed quite successful. So I think we will stick with that for a little while and just see how we go with it.
Look how pretty the ice is. I don't know if you can see, but like it's like tiny little bubbles of my elf's trying to let himself through the fence there. Yeah, look, they've kind of like frozen halfway through rising up. So there's like all these tiny little kind of tubes. Anyway, I thought it was very pretty.
So yeah, that was a bit of a random vlog, what with the eggs and ice and all sorts of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be doing a vlog about the supplement that Atia has been trialling soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to be notified of future videos.